Hey, I'm Jim Weaver. I drew a 2018 Eastern Oregon mule deer tag, and I cannot wait to get started. I invite you to join me as I traverse the rugged Eastern Oregon high desert as we look for the iconic mule deer buck. I think tradition is allowing yourself to celebrate the rhythms of life and being able to find those things that tell the story for you. Like when you think of something and maybe you smell a smell, or you are reminded of a situation, or you go to a certain location and all of the things that happened there and that meant something to you in the past come up to the surface again. And I think that's one of the reasons why I really enjoy hunting, and specifically why I enjoy hunting here. There's a rich tradition here in my family where that yearly rhythm is come back to the places that now for 3 generations we've been able to hunt these hills and take great bucks. And I go to places that my grandpa taught me how to hunt for quail, and go to places where my dad taught me how to hunt for mule deer, and go to places where we camped and where we fished. And there's something about being able to look forward to that always happening at a specific time during the year. So now that I have my own kids coming up, and I'm able to watch the generational torch, so to speak, pass from one generation to the next, I realize that it really takes, it gives a great sense of responsibility to realize that in order for my kids to enjoy it, I have to teach them about it, and I have to learn and respect this place just as much as my dad did and as his dad did, so that when my kids are my age and older, they can look back on our yearly traditions. And so just like a birthday or a Christmas or those different things, being able to spend time out here, being able to be with good friends and be with family and make memories over the top of the places that we made memories last year and the year before that, really compacts that tradition. One of the things that I find now is my younger brother, who is a missionary in Africa, only gets to come every couple of years, and so there's also that sense of missing those that can't be there. But I think it causes you to really appreciate what your yearly rhythm is, what really matters more than the hubbub of life. You can just take a few days and just sit back and appreciate the people and the things in your life and the way that God has blessed you. And so it's a lot of fun to be able to celebrate what was and to anticipate what is to come.
It's opening morning here in Oregon, and just crawling up into some tight places, seeing if we can locate a big buck. And already this morning we've had a couple of does on us. We had kind of a cool encounter with them. They actually ran to the point where we almost thought they were going to run us over. And so that was pretty exciting. So our goal is to get up above where we think some of the hunter foot traffic will be, and see if maybe somebody will bump something to us. And so we're on a steep climb, but where we're going through, there's lots of little canyons and little nooks and crannies that big bucks could hide in. So we're kind of in a new territory. We know the area, but this is kind of a new strategy, so we're just going to see how it works out this morning. It's going to be a lot of fun, and so come along with us on the journey. Well, we're on the other side of the hill here, and trying to get over to some good spots before the sun hits these slopes, and so hopefully we'll find one out here feeding. David found a good set of sheds, so that means they're in here.
back up here in our hunting grounds. We had to head home for church on Sunday morning like we do every year. It's one of our traditions. So we got out here just the right time to get all of our equipment on and head up the mountain. We're going to see if we can spot a buck. It rained last night, and so because of that rain, we're hoping that it changed their patterns. It's supposed to rain a little bit tomorrow, and right now it's sunny, so I'm hoping that the sun coming out might get them out early to feed. So we'll see what we can find.
So it's day 3 of our Oregon mule deer hunt, and we have a great treat for the rest of the week. We've got our good friend Eric Johnson here, and so we're going to try to get him a buck too. So this morning we're about ready to split up. We're going to go high and go low and see if we can round something up. Beautiful morning, cloud cover came in, it's quiet, and we're just hoping we'll find something. So here we go. We drove a couple of miles from camp and we're going to a spot that I've been pretty successful before, and so I can't wait to see if we can find something in here. We've been running into a lot of guys. We just saw a couple that actually have a really nice buck down, so that's a good sign. And
I don't know how many blasts we heard this morning.
yeah, this particular endeavor created 16 shots, and so I don't know how many guys were shooting at this big 4-point that they got down, but they do have a nice buck down. So Eric and I are going to try and go find us a buck up there on one of our favorite spots to go. So it's going to be pretty fun. Looks like a pretty good sized buck at one point. Just not in the right position. All I can see is from his shoulder back. He was feeding underneath that U at that range. Is he out close to them? What? Is he close to them? Yes, but feeding down the drop. Big form. I'm gonna go down this way, okay? He's dead! Woohoo! All right, so we saw these does down here. We've been hiking for miles. We are miles from nowhere. We are gonna have a long night. But anyways, we saw these bucks. David saw a nice buck with the group and said he's a getter. So I had to sneak all the way around and crawl into a spot where I could find him. I was on my hands and knees trying to sneak in. They started smelling us, and so they started to sneeze back and forth at each other. And finally I spotted the buck, and he laid down behind a bush. And so I sat there with my pack and rested, ready for him to get up. I was just calming my breathing down, and then I thought I saw a bigger buck in front of him, but I think I was just putting antlers on another doe, because there were several does right in front of him for so long, and I thought, man, if he stands up, I'm toast, because I can't shoot. I don't want to jerk it and accidentally shoot a doe. So anyways, finally it's getting dark enough. I started whistling, and I'm just like, I got to get him up before it's too dark, I can't see. So anyways, finally he stands up, and as soon as he stands up, I just settle it right in the center of his chest, squeeze it off, and all the does ran downhill. He ran uphill, ran about 30 yards in the broad wide open, and so he's right up here dead somewhere. So we're gonna go find him. So here's my 2018 buck. We've got 2 more tags to fill up here, but I am so grateful for the time and the traditions and the memories and the full freezer for sure. And when you pray and ask God for the blessing and He provides it. There's just no amount of gratitude that can come. So I just say thank you, Lord, for answering prayer and for great memories that we'll never forget. And I appreciate Eric and David for being here with me, and for my dad and Robert back at camp, and looking forward to a really long night. So it is dark out here, and now it's time to see how we can get this boy back to camp. So, and amazing experience.
This hunting adventure was brought to you by Jim Weaver Pencil Art. Commemorate your trophy with a one-of-a-kind commission or purchase one of Jim's fine art prints. Email jimart777@gmail.com or connect on Facebook or Instagram. Jim Weaver Pencil Art, where your trophy comes to life.